Hello folks, this is Gary Hudson of Folkstone Guitars coming to you from the Truth Guitar channel. Thank you once again for tuning in and welcome to all of our new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the wraparound bridge that comes on the Paul Reed Smith guitars, some of them. This particular one is an SE Custom PRS, really nice guitar, great sounding pickups. This one's got humbuckers on it, and this is a wraparound bridge that is highly problematic, and I'm going to show you the solution to that. I was watching a video by Mr. Scott Grove on this bridge, and he was talking about his favorite single coil guitars. I got it pulled up over here on the tube.
Is the discontinued Paul Reed Smith.
Here's what he says.
Too. See how dirty this is in here? This is the desert right here, folks. Check that out. I don't know if you'll ever see it, but that's how much dust is in this room. Anyway, so the SEEG. Okay, they quit making this a while back. One of my favorite bridges of all time too. That sucker's dead on. This guitar plays more in tune than any guitar there is.
Now it is a great sounding guitar, and I'm glad for the video. He is bragging on this bridge and how it's dead on and plays in tune and all this. These are not good bridges, and the main reason why is because they have a tendency to tilt forward over time. And when this bridge tilts forward, by the way, it's tilting not only because the bushings, bushing studs are slightly forward, but also because this is loose in here. There's a little bit of play when the string tension is loose, and the bridge will angle forward. And when that happens, you get a very sitar sound. And on this guitar, you're getting a sitarish sound because the string is buzzing over this long saddle piece here, so it sounds like this. If you listen very carefully, I'll show you acoustically what's happening on the high E. You'll hear it. Hear that? That sitarish sound. That sound is originating from this piece leaning forward. These are not good bridges. If you have one on your Paul Reed, it's going to have to be replaced probably in sometime down the road. If it's not buzzing now, it will be. My recommendation is the TonePros, which is advertised as the replacement bridge for the SE PRS wraparound bridge. And what I like about this bridge a lot more, it's not going to cause a buzzing because it has the little butter knife saddles, so the string is resting on just a small bit of material. So if it leans forward, it really is not going to matter. It should not cause any buzzing. We're going to test it out here when we put it on. But this one here, if it leans a little bit forward, you can have the strings buzzing on it. Also, this bridge is pre-intonated, and that's not a good idea, because as soon as you change the gauges, or if you would like to mix the gauges or mix the tunings, you're going to need to go to individual saddle adjustments like this in order for the intonation to be correct on the instrument. So I'd recommend replacing the bridge on these just automatically. If I had one, I would instantly replace it. Now, while it is true that the Paul Reed Smith wraparound bridge is somewhat intonatable because it has adjustment screws here that screw through the back, and you can move either end of the bridge back and forth and affect the distance of the string contact to the fingerboard, to the frets. you still cannot adjust individual string intonation. And I'm sorry, but I just do not trust the factory presets on this. I have often found them not to be correct in intonating the guitar, and you really need the individual saddle adjustments that come with the TonePros bridge replacement. And another thing that I really like about the TonePros over the Paul Reed Smith, the Paul Reed Smith bushings that go in here to the top of the guitar, they are what they are. I mean, there's a space there and that's it. You can see how that's loose in there like that. So it'll, not only are these bushings leaning, but the bridge itself will lean forward and cause that sitarish peon sound on the string. But the TonePros studs, which screw right in place of the Paul Reed, the same threading, these are really convenient. What I like about them is the top of the screw will adjust so that when you put this TonePros in there, you can adjust this down like that, and look at there, just with my finger I was able to make that tight so that it won't lean. This is a far better design than this old thing here. Now we have the new TonePros System 2 bridge installed on the PRS guitar, and man, what a difference. What a difference. Remember that sitar sound we had on this old bridge? Well, not there anymore. Sounds nice and clear, all the strings, and man, what an improvement. And I really like the way the screw heads tighten on the TonePros onto the bar of the bridge, keeping it from leaning forward. This thing out here, I don't know, I guess the best you could do with those old studs from Paul Reed Smith would be to put, I don't know, washers or something in there. They'd probably slip out. But I mean, how clumsy. Another thing, notice the intonation. Now I just put a set of 10s on this guitar, Diodario XL 10s. Look at, I want you to look at the intonated points on the saddles where I had to put them. I just got through setting the intonation. The action's great, but notice the intonation here on the 5th string. You see that? You see how far forward that is? That's not normal at all. You know, guitars are mysterious creatures. They all intonate differently. So with a fixed saddle intonation, it really will not universally work for them all. You really need adjustable saddles, especially on electric guitars. Very, very sensitive intonation wise. And I'm glad for this adjustable bridge, because I had set this guitar up a couple of weeks ago for the customer with the old bridge, and I didn't charge him for it. I gave it back to him. I said it's all set up, and he really liked the way it played. It played a lot better, but I said the E string's buzzing. I said if you'll get that new bridge, that TonePros, and buy it and bring it to me, I'll put it on, and then we'll set it up again, and then you can pay me for the setup. And that's the way we did it. But notice this old bridge. Notice that the E, the A, and the D, they graduate in intonation forward, which is normal, actually. That's a good ballpark of intonation for those 3 strings. And by moving the bridge back and forward, you're really not going to help that situation much. You're not going to get this. And that's what this guitar required to intonate. So now it's intonated. And it has a very forward A string and notice where the D string is. These are not quite as slanted and angled as they are on the PRS bridge either. If you'll notice the third and the second string here, they would have been more like that, more at an angle, and 2 and 3 here are just about together. So guitars are different. Every one of them's different, and you really, with an electric guitar, you really need a Tune-O-Matic Les Paul bridge or a Strat bridge or a Tele bridge with individual saddle adjustments. Far better than this type, which does not allow you to adjust intonation. And I don't know why Scott Grove said this was spot on, because it is definitely not spot on. This is spot on. So if you want to improve one of these guitars, my recommendation is the TonePros 2 system. TonePros System 2. It comes with its own adjustable wrench as well, which allows you to adjust the height of the bridge for your action. Underneath there, they have flat sides in the front and the back, and allow you to turn them, screw them in and out with this wrench that comes with it, and also it comes with an Allen wrench for adjusting this back part. But if you just move it all the way up like I did and tighten these down, and then get your action right, you can do your intonation and then recheck your action after that, and you'll find that oh man, what an improvement in intonation and chording and playing is this bridge. A wonderful bridge, a wonderful instrument. Hats off to Paul Reed Smith for making such a great instrument, and I'm glad that TonePros is making the replacement bridge for these guitars. I hope this video has been helpful to some on this subject. Have a nice day.